Here's example 2. You have 1 minus 3x divided by x plus 2 is less than or equal to negative 1. So the first thing is we want to get this less than or equal to 0, not less than or equal to negative 1. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that negative 1. I'm going to add 1 to both sides. So now I have 1 minus 3x over x plus 2 plus 1 is less than or equal to 0. Okay, now I want to get this as one rational expression with one denominator. So I need to get a common denominator here. So I'm going to write the 1 as x plus 2 over itself. All right, now I can get a common denominator. So I'm going to put these two together. So I have x plus 2, and then I'm going to add the 1 and the 2 and get 3, and add the 3x and the x and get negative 2x. Okay, so I've added the tops and kept the bottoms. All right, so now we have a nice rational expression which is less than or equal to 0. Okay, so we take our two factors, so that's the top part and the bottom part. The top part, we have 3 minus 2x, and we're going to solve for x. Okay, so I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. Okay, so I have negative 2x is equal to 0, and I'm going to divide both sides by 2, and that gives me x is equal to 3 over 2. Over here, I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides, so that gives me x equals negative 2, and that's it. All right, so now I'm going to put these two things on the number line. Okay, so here's my number line, here's my negative 2, here's my 3 over 2. All right, and then we're going to look at the 5 different regions. Okay, so this is the part less than negative 2. Here's the part that's equal to negative 2. Now remember, this whole yellow region is not equal to negative 2. We're talking about this infinitely thin point right here. It's just I can't show an infinitely thin point, so I've colored this whole region yellow. Okay, so we're talking about the region less than negative 2, the region equal to negative 2, the region between negative 2 and 3 over 2, and then the 3 over 2, and the region greater than 3 over 2. Okay, so those are our 5 regions. So now I'm going to make a little chart here, and we're going to look at those 5 regions. So the 5 regions are the part where x is less than negative 2, that's that red region or that pinkish region, and then the part where x is equal to negative 2, which I've colored yellow-ish, and then this part which is between the two, which is between negative 2 and 3 halves, and so I've colored that green, and then the part where it's equal to 3 over 2, and then the part where it's greater than 3 over 2, which is right here. Okay, so now we're looking at the top part, which is 3 minus 2x. All right, so what's the value of 3 minus 2x when x is less than negative 2? Like for example, when x is negative 3. Okay, so negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. 3 plus 6 is 9, which is positive. Okay, so the result is positive. What about when x is equal to negative 2? All right, so that becomes negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. 3 plus 4 is 7, which is positive. All right, what about if we're talking about between negative 2 and 3 over 2? So I'm going to pick 0, for example. So negative 2 times 0 is 0, so just 3, which is positive. All right, what about when it's equal to 3 over 2? So 2 times 3 over 2 is 3. 3 minus 3 is 0, so this becomes 0. What about when x is greater than 3 over 2? For example, like 3 over 2 is 1.5. What about it when it's 2, when it's positive 2? So negative 2 times 2 is negative 4, so 3 minus 4 is negative 1. So here it's going to be negative. Okay, now we're going to look at x plus 2. So when x is less than negative 2, like negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1, so that's negative. When x is equal to negative 2 plus 2 is 0. When x is between negative 2 and 3 halves, like for example when x is 0, 0 plus 2 is positive 2, that's a positive. When x is equal to 3 over 2, so 1.5 plus 2 is 3.5, which is positive. When x is greater than 3 over 2, like when x is equal to 2, 2 plus 2 is 4, positive. Okay, so now we're going to look at 3 minus 2x over x plus 2. So here we have a positive divided by a negative is negative. Here we have a positive divided by 0. Division by 0 is undefined. Positive divided by positive is positive. 0 divided by positive is 0. Negative divided by positive is negative. Okay, so we take these regions and put them on our number line. So the pink little region is negative. The yellow region is undefined. The green region is positive. The purple region is 0, and the blue region is 0, and the purple region here is negative. Okay, stay tuned for part 2. Have a good day.